Consider the topological spaces when people were anxious to define different forms of weaker forms of open sets. Weaker forms of open sets in the sense B open sets, semi-open sets, pre-open sets, theta open sets. So many open sets already, even alpha, beta, theta, etc. So many open sets. I have also written some open sets, but I am not going to that actually. I am just saying why you define this type of concepts actually. Minimal structures actually. So with minimal structures when you work actually, we get a broader, our workplace, that is domain of work becomes a little bit larger actually. It is expanded. So it helps us in giving a, just like in case of convergence of series convergence and strong convergence and weak convergence. In case of functional systems, have strong convergence, weak convergence. So consider the duals actually. So similarly, weaker forms gives us a broader area of working. That's like coming from the set theory to fuzzy set theory. We have expanded the domain. We have considered the more sentences than restricting ourselves to the statements only. So this helped them, and people thought that why not let us define the concept of minimal structure. So minimal structure, these phi set, empty set and the whole set, they are satisfying all the properties, the alpha open set, beta open set, whatever it may be. And when after defining the alpha open set, beta open set, theta open set, etc., people have decided to find some structures array, and then they have considered the union, intersection, all these things. So, yes, these empty set and whole set are the alpha open, theta open, B open, etc. So, they have studied the investigation on these spaces, and they have defined that in order to have a minimal structure, since empty set and X whole set is required, so they have considered empty set and whole set. And this is the minimal structure. This doesn't mean that people have considered the minimal structure, it should contain at least X and empty set. But they have, since they have proved that the union and intersection, arbitrary union and finite intersection are also theta open, alpha open, semi open, all these things they are proved already. So with this results in hand, they thought of defining the minimal structures. They have considered empty set and whole set, and they have taken these sets. But while taking these sets, there is a hidden characteristic that is not written actually in any of the papers actually, that they should satisfy the properties of the whatever set you will consider as the minimal structure space. Other spaces other than empty set and X set, they should satisfy the arbitrary union and finite intersection. It is not written. So H. Makai and K. Chandrasekhar Rao and A. M. Gani, they have introduced the concept of minimal structure, semi-open sets, etc. all these things. And then, yes. So this was studied by Mean and Mean in 2009, that M pre-open sets, M pre-continuity, all these things. We can define continuity, all these things in the concepts. And yes, this is the definition of the grill. This definition of grill is quite similar to the concept of the filter. Filter you can consider a set is there, so superset is there, and in this case the difference is that union belongs to G implies that either one of them should be an element of G. This is the filter. And consider filter also as not only in this paper, he has studied 7-8 papers also on different concepts of minimal structure space. Then coming to fuzzy topological space, on fuzzy since on considering non-empty set, we can define the topology. Similarly, we can define the fuzzy topology. Fuzzy topology means empty set is 0 set and 1x should be there, and finite arbitrary union and finite intersection. Yes, that's okay. Fuzzy minimal structure space. I'm coming to fuzzy minimal structure space. Many people have worked already, and Professor Dattals has worked on fuzzy topological spaces, topological spaces. Some papers are there. And Alvarwadi and Rohi published paper in 2006 in Chaos and Soliton and Fractal journal. They considered that actually the minimal structure they defined that alpha 1x belongs to M. Alpha belongs to the unit interval, that is 0 to 1. So with this they continued to work, and some people also worked, and myself, Jagannath also police one, but I did not, at that time I did not had the complete idea of the minimal structure space. So I was also in pitfall of the wrong concept actually. So here alpha into 1x belongs to M. That means then M is a minimal structure. Alpha is actually belongs to 0, 1. So 0, 1 set is, forget about the finiteness, it is even uncountable also. 0, 1 interval is uncountable. So you will consider the whole set and the empty set, because it belongs to 0, 1. When it is 0, it will 0 empty set, it is 1 is whole set, and then you will get the infinite number of sets. But we are talking about the minimal structure space. So how this concept will be considered? So they published the paper also. After a few months actually, maybe somehow they identified and looked at this one, and they have considered that same journal actually, in the same year itself, they published the paper in which they consider the minimal structure space is, it should contain in 0x and 1x should be a subset of that one. Other sets should be, we consider as per our requirement, and they should satisfy the property that finite union, arbitrary union, finite intersection, but finite join, join and arbitrary meet. Finite arbitrary meet and finite join should be the element. And they proved that one, and now this is the actually ambiguity they had. Maybe somehow they have corrected themselves that it should not be the case of the definition of fuzzy minimal structure space. So this is the conclusion. These are some of the references, and this is the book that I have already said. Some has introduced the concept of fuzzy topological space, and Lowen also later on did that one, and then Mapai also. Yes, this is that. And this is the thing that inspires me. That inspires me in the sense, the bird's nest is a very good inspiration for me. Whatever God wants to do, that He will do for us. It's not that I am doing anything. So if I have given some good concept, then I am very much happy. If I have misled you, then I am actually sorry. Yes. They never take training from anybody, or nobody taught them. Even their mother, parents, they also don't taught. They have prepared the nest in such a way that it will free from the rain. They can keep their eggs also, and it varies from bird to bird. That is a very interesting thing. Thank you all. I can respond to one or two questions.
Your talk is very interesting, and I think very enlightening as well. One small question. Please cite number 20.
20, sir.
20. That is some confusion is going on with some.
Yes, confusion. Might be sir by typing also maybe.
No, not that is not. The intersection, you have defined the intersection of the two fuzzy sets.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then you have considered the E1F intersection E2F, whatever, minimum of mu1x, mu2x. If you consider the infinite number of intersections, the minimum will be mu1x, mu2x, mu1x. And the minimum may be 0 also in that case, if you consider
it can be 0, sir. It can be 0 also, but in that case we consider infimum.
It's a consider infimum.
Yes.
If there is 0 also, there will be no problem in defining the infinite intersection.
No, sir. We can define it.
And what I feel, because I don't have so much knowledge in this field, and suppose there is a lot of interesting problem that under what condition a topological space will be a metrizable space, metric space. In fuzzy concept also, how a fuzzy topological space can be converted to the fuzzy metric space, there will be some interesting condition or result that I do not know. And similarly, suppose topological group, topological algebra, and they have a lot of new dimension, lot of interesting problems.
Sure, sir.
In this field also that topology, fuzzy topological group, fuzzy topological algebra, and so many other things. Whether in this direction it has been developed or not, that I do not know.
I am also very new, you can say. I worked on mainly on sequence spaces. So when people ask some definition queries actually, those queries actually I thought several times. Then I have given these examples that we are cleverly escaping from one place to another place. When you define one way, you define in the addition, you define, as I said, considering two sets of addition. And when you come to metric, we define in different, otherwise the metric may be zero also. When there are overlapping intervals are. So based on the interval metric, we define the metric over fuzzy real numbers also. And also R2 also you can define fuzzy numbers. In that case, when it is a line, it will be a circle type, and the final chord will be
All
in
these
the form
concepts have, I
of bell
think,
shape, something
very
like
fast
that.
application in science and
Yes,
technology
yes.
also.
Consider a lot of applications. People have realized it's what is called, I can say that it's very important actually.
Very. Okay,
And-
thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay. Yes.
So can you go back to that interval arithmetic part? Interval arithmetic part. That subtraction.
Interval arithmetic. Subtraction.
Yes, yes, sir. So here.
Yeah, it is B2. It will be A1 minus B2 and A2 minus
Okay, it's
B1.
based on proper intervals only.
Yeah, this is intervals of real numbers only. You can see that.
Okay.
So it will be actually typographic error.
Okay, okay.
A1
That's
is
all
not
I-
B1, it is B2. It will
Okay.
be B2.
Thank you, sir.
And it will be A2 minus B1.
Okay.
That means minus 1, minus of that we add it.
Okay.
And you will see that a very interesting thing Fuzzy said that A minus A is not 0 actually. You will consider fuzzy real numbers, you will add, subtract A minus A, then you will get another fuzzy number whose area will be double of the previous area, double of the area of that one fuzzy number, fuzzy corp and the corp of the membership corp and the real number, and A minus A will double of that one.